Hello guys and welcome back to Countdown to Tankfest. It is the final week, which means I am at Tankfest right now. I'm actually going down today on the Friday. We are having a contributors day we've been invited to, not open to the public, which I believe is just the sort of YouTubers and streamers and stuff. They're invited by Wargaming, as well as presumably Wargaming staff, and I have no idea what we're going to be doing at all, but it should be pretty interesting. So, main Tankfest runs Saturday and Sunday. If you are coming down, do come and say hello. We are going to be there both days, all day. So there'll be plenty of time to see us. Apparently, it gets pretty busy down there. We've not been before. So bearing that in mind, if you struggle to bump into us, do feel free to say hello if you see us wandering around at any stage during the day. But if you don't manage to find us, we are going to have a little slot where you can come and find us at the Wargaming stall, although I'm sure we'll probably be hanging out there quite a bit anyway. So at the moment that's down to be, I think, midday on each day, on the Saturday, the Sunday, that we'll be there for an hour. I think with Mad as well, Mad Friday. That time may probably change, so just keep an eye on things when you get there. Hopefully they'll have a sign up or they'll tweet it out or something like that. So there you go, that's that. We're also doing like an interview and little play session. I guess we'll like play a game. Maybe they'll stream that on their Twitch channel. They'll ask us some questions about what's your favorite tank or whatever, and we'll chat away and have a jolly good beardy old time. I think that's going to be on the Sunday at about 1 o'clock. It's meant to be at the moment. So yeah, that's that. That's where and when to find us. We've got the code winners from last week. Thanks to everyone who entered. I picked out the winners just a moment ago, and we have Ember Harlequin, Dark Life 56, and Bubba 879, all from Xbox this week. Won codes for 3 days premium time. Congratulations! I'll send those out as soon as I get a chance. It might be after the weekend once I'm back from Tankfest, so don't fret if it takes a little while for you to grab those codes. Now, for this week's video, you might have guessed that we are going to be looking at the mighty Tiger tank. Tiger 131 is an iconic vehicle they have at Bovington Tank Museum, which is the only operational Tiger in the world, and I'm very excited about seeing it in action. So I've brought you not one, but 2 Tiger videos today. I couldn't decide which to go for, so here we go. We've got both. Now, for this week's competition, it is going to be a special one. We are going to be giving away a Tier 8 premium heavy tank, the American T-34 tank, and we're also going to be giving away 10 runner-up prizes of 3 days premium time. So stick around to the end of the video and I'll give you details on how you can enter that. So here is round number 1 in the Tiger tank. We're in Arctic region, we are top tier. And I must say, I've been absolutely loving driving the Tiger tank. I was talking earlier in the week about whether I prefer the T29 or the Tiger, and I'm still kind of undecided. While I feel that the T29 is probably more capable of maybe fighting off multiple opponents from when outnumbered, if you're in a good position, on the map to take cover, whereas I think the Tiger gets swamped and get penned very easily. Can't really fight people off quite as well. It is a very nice machine, and I seem to be having very good damage output in both tanks. So it's a tricky one. This is a nice example of it takes a lot. You have to really focus on trying to learn to play this thing as a bit of a sniper, because its health can help it sit at the front of the battlefield, but apart from that, its armor doesn't really do it any huge favors. There we go, get a nice couple of early shots. So I decided to play pretty passively, pretty snipey, and see how I get on. The problem with being kind of passive and snipey is that you kind of rely on your team sort of crumbling a little bit, because if your team go really aggressive and just smash them, then you sit back here and you don't do anything because everyone gets shot before you find them. So just checking behind me there, making sure no one's sort of using me as cover, because if someone's behind me and gets spotted, I don't want to eat a shot that was sent their way. There we go, another target popping up. Knew that some would show themselves eventually. There's always people coming along here. There we go, get a nice shot into the T-150, which tracks him as well. And another one. And he's down with some very nice tracking assist there. So you can see the very nice reload time and pretty nice accuracy as well on this gun. Decide to move forward a little bit, get myself a shot on these guys. And because you can see by the way our heavies are deployed in front of me, they can't have too many down at that corner, or those guys would have spotted someone up by now. So decided to move on, start putting some shots into these guys. Get a bit unlucky with that one on the IS-2. Now I'm sitting pretty lazily sitting sideways here, but I wasn't hugely confident. There we go, now turning in a bit. At that time I wasn't really sure if someone might pop around that bottom corner and put one into my side, so I stayed how I was. But now we've repositioned and I'm waiting for a shot here. There we go, nice one into the top of the IS-2. And just waiting for him to resurface. Unfortunately, just out of range of those guys who are right up at the north there's a whole glut of tanks heading round. So at this stage I've sort of resigned myself to staying in this kind of position. I normally don't like to stay so near the flag for the duration of the game, but in this situation it seemed like the most sensible thing to do. If I could try and deal with these guys in the middle and really just wait for all those tanks to come down on that western flank. I've got full health, I'm top tier, I'm in a tiger, there's some rocks around. It should be smooth sailing. So the IS-2's unfortunately being pretty cautious. He doesn't seem too inclined to want to drive out in front of my 88mm gun and get shot, which is a shame for me, but doesn't work out too well for him in the end anyway. So there you go. You can see that column of tanks charging down the western flank. Not looking too great for it. You'd think our team might not be looking too great at the moment, but don't worry, guys. I'm here. There we go. Nice easy shot on the T-25 AT. 1, 2. Turns himself sideways to run away. Lead it nicely. Number 3. Get the kill. So there we go. We are up to 8 damage ribbons, 1 kill, a little bit of assisted and tracking assisted. And we haven't even been shot yet. I'm not sure if we've actually had a bounce. We've certainly not been damaged. There we go. Nice shot into the first of the tanks to arrive, the KV-85. Right into the side of him. Unfortunately fluffed the second one. Now it's one of those situations, I remember thinking at the time on that one, there's a nice shot on the enemy tiger. Unfortunately he's goes into his angled side armor and just bounces off. So we try and go for the hatch, then go for the side and just fluff both. So I decided to shuffle myself forward a little bit because I'm a little bit exposed here. There we go, nice shot to you. And just tuck myself up next to nearer these rocks. Give myself a bit more cover. And the Reds are actually getting pretty smashed now. Yeah, what I was saying earlier, when that KV-85 drove out and I shot him straight away and he went back, sometimes in those situations it's kind of tempting and probably better to let them drive out a bit further before you shoot them if they're caught napping. If I'd let him drive out a bit further, I might have been able to put a tracking shot in or maybe get 2 shots in before he was able to retreat. But it's hard to resist shooting when someone drives out in front of you and the shot's just there. But it can pay off to let them lure them out of cover a bit further so they're caught out in the open and then unleash, especially if you can get a tracking shot in. There we go. The tiger just decided to sit there and just go DPM for DPM and take him out. He was already damaged, and I felt confident in the placement of my shots that he wouldn't trouble me too much. And that's where you can benefit from having that massive hit pool, whereas obviously a T-29 sitting in a position like that wouldn't have been very effective. You would have got penned very easily, and you don't have 1,500 hit points to mess around with. There we go, get another kill. Line up a shot on the enemy tiger very kindly. Turns his gun to the side. I guess he's shooting at that heavy down at the flag? No, I don't know what he's shooting at. No idea. There we go. He's gradually turning his turret. And he is taken out. And that's the last man for damage ribbon number 19 and kill number 4. So there we go, a very solid round in my Tiger. I think that is probably the highest. Oh no, the next one I think is the highest place. It's not a mastery badge. Somehow, it's a mastery 95%. I'm still not convinced that those aren't bugged at the moment, because I really felt that one of these 2 games you're about to see, or have seen, should have been a mastery. But there you go, we've got 4,200 damage, 1,100 assisted, very little blocked, but we really didn't get shot very much at all. And a very nice amount of silver, actually. I've been noticing it makes pretty good silver, the old Tiger, with that beastly top gun. But there you go, very nice amount of XP, very nice amount of damage, 1,839 base. Very good. Right, we're going to crack on, jump on to game number 2. and we'll see how we get on. So here we are with game number 2. We have very nice matchmaking again this time, but this is a much closer and much more toughly fought battle than last time. So wanted to show you this one as well. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So for the giveaway this week, let's go over that quickly. We've got this T-34 American Premium Heavy Tank to give away. It's going to be a little bit different to last time. Rather than leaving a comment below, I'm going to leave you guys a link to a Google form where you can just enter your gamer tag and whether you play on Xbox or PlayStation. It's a lot like the previous ones, but just going to get you guys to shove it in a little Google form rather than in comments, just because I think there's probably going to be a lot of entries this week, and it's going to be a little bit easier for me to dump all of those names into a Excel document so I can do my random number generator and pick out winners. I feel unlucky that shot didn't hit. I felt confident that's where he'd be, but there you go. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do this week. The link is going to be in the video description down below, so go and check that out and go ahead and enter. If you already have a T-34, there isn't going to be a backup prize, unfortunately, but we are giving away 10 codes for runner-ups, 10 runner-up prizes of 3 days premium time for either PlayStation or Xbox. So feel free to enter. If you do have a T-34 already, you won't be eligible to win the main prize, but you could still win one of those codes. I know that's probably annoying if you've got a T-34, but we give away different tanks from time to time, and that's just how it goes. I don't want to give away like a gold equivalent. It's not very exciting. It's nice to know that someone's getting a tank that they actually would really, really like to have, and it means a lot to those people. So that's what we're going to do. If you've got a T-34 already, enter anyway, and you can get some premium time, and just hang around with the channel until we do another tank giveaway, and hopefully it'll be one that you don't already own. So there we go, that's the competition. Good luck. We're going to take entries up until midnight on Thursday, the 30th of June, so you've got plenty of time to get your entry in there. Any questions, let me know in the comments. And if they're good questions, then I'll answer them. So here we are. We've pushed really aggressively on Rubick Ruinberg. I'm not convinced this was really the best course of action, kind of looking back. It doesn't pay off too badly, but it's really not the ideal position for the Tigers to be fighting, because you can see I'm eating a lot of shots doing this. I'm managing to dish out some nice damage, but every time I back up, especially that Charioteer, was pretty easily able to put some shots in. Decided to just go, what the hell, I'm just going to push these guys. I want to get them done. We'll see what we can do. Didn't realise that T1 Heavy was there, which would have probably stayed my hand in that situation, but thankfully managed to not really eat too much damage from these guys. The KV-13, his gun is pretty weak and not doing very much damage, and we're able to get rid of the T1 Heavy and then drop Mr. Mega Killer 228. So there we go. We've got the the Challenger, not the Charioteer, that I mentioned earlier, and unfortunately he's damaged our ammo, and we're only on 11 damage ribbons, 3 kills. There's still quite a lot of the enemy team left, so not an ideal situation. We haven't got too much health. There we go, managed to kill him. What does that put us on? About a 10-second reload. So at this stage, I see we've still got a couple of tanks up at the sort of east side of the map, so I decided to push up and flank those guys. We've got a heavy and a tank destroyer who look like they're doing okay. I think they've still got, there we go, the AT-8 and a KV-85, both on pretty much full health. So in a pretty strong position, especially up against the edge of the map for the AT-8. Not going to be too easy for our tanks to get behind him. So I feel they're going to need a bit of a hand. So we go, looking for the quick shot, but it doesn't seem to be on. They're actually tucked right round behind all these buildings in a little nook, which makes it a little bit fiddly for me to move in and get the shots as quickly as I would have liked to, and help out my buddy in his A43 and whatever the other guy is driving. But there you go, the A43 and his power mesh take out the KV-85, which is nice. That makes things a little bit simpler, and we can move in and try and find a way to shoot this AT, which is a little bit kind of complicated by the fact that I have my my damaged ammo now and a 10-second reload. I have to drive into the wall like an idiot, then drive up on this, and ruin my gun depression. So at this stage I'm like, right, okay, I'll go for the tracking shot. So if he turns to face me, then he can just sit there and probably just kill me. So I'll track him, then damage him. But it's going to be a pain because that reload, I'm surprised he didn't repair his tracks by the time I'd reloaded. But there you go. Thankfully my pal there is putting in some nice damage as well. So he's now down to a one shot. So as soon as we're loaded, we can finish him off. But we're down to a 5 versus 3 now. And they've got a guy on the flag, 4 versus 3. 3 heavy tanks on their team. I'm on pretty low health. And I've got damaged ammo, so I'm not super confident at the moment. But we'll go back and see what they've got on the flag, see what we can do to help out. They've got a full health T29. It's not a good situation. We've got damaged ammo Tiger with 476 health and a full health T29. Let's see how this one works out. We managed to land one shot pretty nicely. Thankfully, he's not in any cover. And he doesn't seem to be the most capable shooter in the world. There we go, shot number 2. And I've also got a few shots coming in from my teammate behind, although he's not really putting out too much damage. Here we go, put one unspotted into the Tiger. Shuffle around a bit, do eat a shot there. That puts me down to 153 from 400 plus health, so I'm definitely now one shot for this guy. There we go, finally a bit of damage done by my teammate. Put one more into him. Right, and now I know if he hits me now, oh, if he hit me that would have killed me. Somehow he manages to miss. We wait for my insanely long reload. Decide that he's probably reloaded already, but screw it, I'm going to go for it. And we take him down at full health. T29 taken down with damaged ammo. And but 400 and something health on the Tiger. So yeah, that's what happens when a Tiger and a T29 meet up in an open field. I guess there we go, get a nice shot into the top of the VK36. Although I did have a little rock to hide behind. I think the T29 would have been wise to push forward, so he had some cover from some of these lovely piles of rubble. I think that's one of the things that often separates. You can kind of tell like good players from maybe the not good players sometime, because you notice the good players, you always keep in mind where that hard cover is. You always know where you're going to move to as soon as you get spotted, where you're going to go to get hard cover in between you and the enemy, and it makes a huge difference. So there we go, we got 7 kills, nearly 4k damage again, and quite a nice amount of blocks as well actually, although it did have very nice matchmaking, so not surprising we bounced a little bit there. Again, only mastery 95% to go with that Devastator and Defender medal, and 1987 XP, still not enough for a mastery 99%. Feel pretty hard done by there, but there you go. I can keep pushing on. I really want that mastery before I move on, so I'm going to keep going. I guess we'll need 2k plus. We'll see what happens. They go 22 shots, 20 hits, 19 pens, I believe that was as well. So very nice gun handling on that machine indeed. Nice one. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed the Countdown to Tankfest series. As the comments of this video aren't going to be hogged with competition entries this time, feel free to leave a comment. Just let me know what you thought of the series, what maybe is your favourite video, that kind of thing. It's quite nice doing something a little bit different for a change. And now this series is finished, we can think up some other kind of thing that we can do for you. So we've got a couple of ideas. It should be pretty cool. Hopefully you'll enjoy that too. Nice one. So do go and check out the link for the T34 giveaway. Do please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and like the video as well. We really appreciate it, And big thank you to Wargaming for giving us the T34 to give away to you guys, and for all the codes for premium time as well that have been giving away. Thank you, Wargaming, very much. Nice one. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Ben. We are the big guys, and I'll see you next time.